recently, a Christian fleet of the Holy League just defeated the Ottoman Turks in the Battle of Lepanto. The nations making up the Holy League included the Kingdom of Spain, the Republic of Venice, as well as the Papal States. They were up against the Ottoman Empire. The naval battle took place in the Gulf of Patras, a branch of the Ionian Sea off of western Greece on October 7, 1571. The Holy League's forces comprised of 212 ships, 12,920 sailors, and 28,000 troops. The Ottoman army consisted of about 278 ships, 13,000 sailors, and 34,000 soldiers. The battle resulted in the major victory for the Holy League. The battle was caused by the Ottoman Turks gaining control of Cyprus from the Republic of Venice. The Holy League had casualties of around 7,500 soldiers and sailors, but freed about as many Christian prisoners. The Ottoman Turks' casualties were around 25,000, and at least 3,500 were captured. This was the first major naval battle the Ottomans had lost since the 1400s. The victory was very important for the Holy League. It gives them control over the Mediterranean, protects Rome from invasion, and will prevent the Ottomans from advancing into Europe.
In recent news, there were 4 main doctors of the church that were initiated into the church, all in the year 1568. There was St. Jerome, there was St. John Chrysostom, there was St. Basil the Great, and there was St. Gregory of Nazianzus. A doctor of the church fights against heresies and heretical statements that were said by people in that time period. John Chrysostom actually means golden mouth, and all these people were born about 1,000 years before they were initiated into the church as doctors. For example, John Chrysostom was born in 347 in Turkey, and he was one of the 4 main doctors of the church. There were many more doctors of the church than just the 4 main doctors of the church, but the 4 main doctors of the church were the most important ones because they had more they attributed more significant things to the church, as a whole. Like Basil the Great, he was a monk, and his father wanted him to be a lawyer, but then he felt the call to God, so he went, and he's actually now a saint for what he did while he was a doctor of the church.
Hello, how are you today, Pope Alexander VI? We are glad to welcome you to the interview portion of our project on the Catholic Church. For those who don't know you, please tell us a little bit about yourself. I'm good, thanks for asking. I was born in 1431 in Javita. My original name is Rodrigo de Borja y Dams. I studied law at Bologna, and when I was 25, I was made cardinal by my uncle. A year after becoming cardinal, I became a vice chancellor of the papal court. At age 37, I entered the priesthood. Within these years, I fathered many children and was a patron of many works of art. So since you became a pope, in what year did that happen? At the age of 61, I was ordained pope and took the name Alexander VI. So as a pope, how was your reign? The start of my reign was good, but trouble began in 1494 when I encountered trouble with King Charles VIII of France when he threatened to invade Rome. I was also threatened by the Della Rovere family with the deposition of my pope authority. I later formed an alliance with Milan, Venice, and the Holy Roman Empire and kicked the French out of Rome. In 1497, I created a program with the purpose being to stop extravagant living among papal court members. Later in my life, I annihilated the Orsini and Colonna families, which led to an alliance with Spain. In your eyes, what were the most influential and important things you did as a pope? Some important things I did as pope was issuing a grant to Christopher Columbus to explore the seas and have the right to all the land approximately 320 miles west of Cape Verde. As for other important things I did, I created a center for the University of Rome, restored the Castle of St. Angelo, decorated the Vatican palaces, and persuaded Michelangelo to draw plans for the rebuilding of St. Peter's Basilica.